Jump in pit. Spread.
We are back, and today we're going to be playing with the Fury Warrior on a single target build. This build I call Raging Blow. It feels so good. It feels natural. I also like to call it the Keep It Simple Stupid build because I really focused all the talent points into just raging, any way to proc Raging Blows and Rampages, just to constantly go through that, you know, occasionally using Impending Victory, Odin, Avatar, couple of other procs here and there, my Bloodthirst to kind of get myself back up, obviously rotating in my Recklessness, and whenever I proc and execute, hitting execute. Really, it was more about just keeping the build easy, fun, and simple, but still outputting some pretty good damage and continuously rotating through a simple cycle so that I can focus on mechanics of the fight with the raid bosses, so I could focus on interrupts. So either way, I know that a lot of people have been really enjoying Warrior. I know that we've seen a lot of talk around the Fury class being really OP, the Arms class being really strong, and of course Prot Warrior is probably the tank to be, at least at this stage, going into Dragonflight. So I'm excited about the class. I've always enjoyed a Warrior, so being able to showcase a little bit of the talent builds and stuff like that, it's really fun. Now keep in mind, as you see this talent build, it is a simple talent build. There's probably better ones, or maybe even a better rotation out there to output more damage, but I'm just talking about what feels good with me as far as like just proccing those Raging Blows so that I can turn those into Rampage attacks, occasionally using Odin's Fury or Avatar to offset some additional rage back into my rotation to keep those raging, you know, Rampages and Raging Blows going. By all means, if you have any improved strat on this or talent build on this for single target, don't be afraid to let me know in the comments. Please drop your import codes into the comments so that I can test them out too and let others test them out so we can all have some fun with this class because it deserves it. This is a fun class and I really want to see it continue to shine as we go through Dragonflight. So yeah, let's get to it. So like always, we're going to go through the gear and then we'll go into the talents and the rotation. Right now, we're sitting on a 287 eye level. The 4-piece has been removed because of the new talent system, but we still have our legendaries. We've got a big focus in Mastery, Haste, and then Crit Burst. I do have some Leech, Avoidance, and Speed as well. He feels really good, especially with this this single target build. So I went with the Raging Blow build, like I said before. First couple of rows are pretty much uniform. First three. Fourth row, we got Frothing Berserker. Rampage has a 20% chance to immediately refund 20% of the rage spent. We get our Heroic Leap back in this row. Furious Blows, auto attack speed has been increased by 5%. Over in the Fury points, improved Bloodthirst damage is increased by 10%. Of course, we got to get War Paint back. You take 10% reduced damage while Enrage is active. Sudden death, your attacks have a chance to reset cooldown on execute, which is phenomenal. And it makes it usable on a target regardless of their health. So it's really, really nice. And then of course, improved Raging Blow. Raging Blow has 2 charges, has a 20% chance to instantly reset its own cooldown. Back over on the Warrior side, standard Warrior side, Pain and Gain. When you take any damage, you heal for 4.5% of your maximum health. This can only occur every 10 seconds, but it's really nice to keep you in the fight and not have to pull out. Overwhelming Rage, maximum rage is increased by 30, which is really nice. Focus in Chaos. While enraged, your auto attacks can no longer miss, which is so clutch. Believe me, that little bit helps. Rampage, obviously got to have Rampage. Rampage is so huge. Enrages you to unleash a series of 4 brutal strikes for a total of 5,775 physical damage. Cruelty, while enraged, Raging Blow deals 15% increased damage, and Annihilator deals a 10% increased damage. Reinforced Plates, armor is increased by 20%. Bounding Strike reduces the cooldown of your Heroic Leap by 15 seconds. Heroic Leap now also increases your run speed by 70% for 3 seconds. It's nice to catch up so you don't feel like you're in a grandpa kind of class. Sidearm, your auto attacks have a 20% chance to hurl weapons at your target and 3 other enemies in front of you, dealing an additional 745 physical damage. Nice little passive. Frenzy, Gotta have Frenzy. Rampage increases your haste by 2% for 12 seconds, stacking up to 4 times. This effect is reset if you rampage a different primary target. Remember, the single target, so you want to stay on that one target so you can capture all these passive buffs. Hack and slash. Each rampage strike has a 20% chance to refund a charge of Raging Blow. Slaughtering strikes. Raging Blow causes every strike of your next rampage to deal an additional 20% damage, stacking up to 5 times. So anytime, I know every time you want to see that rampage light up, you want to hit it. Trust me, if you're still proccing your Raging Blow, you're still getting good damage. Keep doing that stack. Get those stacks of Raging Blow up. And when if you can get 5 stacks of Raging Blow on and then hit Rampage, pretty amazing numbers. Ashen Juggernaut. Execute increases the critical strike chance of execute by 10% for 12 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. And then Wrath and Fury. Raging Blow deals 15% increased damage while in rage. Raging Blow has a 30% chance to instantly reset its own cooldown. Again, you're gonna be proccing Raging Blow for days. It's so good. It feels so good too. Honed Reflexes. Cooldown of Raging Blow and Pummel have been reduced by 1 second. Bitter Immunity restores 20% health instantly, which this is a really nice one to have beyond your what is it, impending victory? Yeah, beyond impending victory. This is a really nice health catch up if you're starting to get low, but it's really good. Restores 20% of your health instantly and removes all diseases, poisons, and curses that are affecting you. So a warrior can basically cleanse themselves, purge themselves, all these things. It's really nice. I like it. Double Time increases the maximum number of charges on charge by 1, and it reduces the cooldown by 3 seconds. So you're able to get those charges back in. So if for any reason in this build you ever run out of rage and you need to get a quick buff again, you can heroic leap out and charge right back in, because you're going to keep getting these back so quick. Recklessness, gotta have it. Go Berserk, increasing all rage generation by 100%, greatly empowering your Bloodthirst and Raging Blow and granting you your abilities 20% increased critical strike chance for 12 seconds. So good, so clutch. Massacre. Execute is now usable on targets below 35% health, and its cooldown has been reduced by 1.5 seconds. So basically, what you can end up doing once you get like a boss or somebody into that last 35%, you can actually simplify your rotation, because you're going to be proccing this constantly. Rampage, Raging Blow, execute. Rampage, Raging Blow, execute. And I mean, literally in that order, because you'll be dealing so much rampage off of it, off so much rage off of all of this. They'll be proccing right behind each other, 1 2 3 1 2 3, and those are going to be your biggest damage hitters. And you just rotate through those, and it's so good. Raging Armaments. Raging Blow gains an extra charge. Yeah, boy. Back over here, we got Armor to the Teeth. Gain strength equal to 10% of your armor. Wild Strikes. It's passive. Now I only have one in here, but we're definitely going to fill this one out. Haste is increased by 1% of your auto attack. Critical Strikes increase your auto attack speed by 10% for 10 seconds. The next one will be 2%, and will be 20% for 10 seconds. So we'll definitely bump that one up whenever we get additional points going to 70 in Dragonflight. Dual Wield Specialization increases your damage while dual wielding by 5%. So that is so necessary. That's like an anchor point. You got no choice. Swift Strikes increase haste by 2%. Raging Blow generates an additional 2 rage, and Annihilator generates a second additional rage. This one is really cool, and the next one I'm gonna talk about is really cool. Avatar. Transform into a Colossus for 20 seconds, causing you to deal 20% increased damage and removing all roots and snares. You can use this one right after you're coming out of a haste buff, like a Lust or a Hero. At least for me, I feel like that's the best time to use that. Obviously, it's going to be removing roots and snares off of you. This is all PvE perspective, but like, you know, if you get rooted at that point, you can use it if you want to. But this one does a buttload of damage. It does some AoE too, so it's really nice. The next one is Odin's Fury. Unleash your power, dealing 7,445 physical damage and an additional 3,035 physical damage over 4 seconds to all enemies within 12 yards. Again, even though this is a single target build, this is a really nice AoE for that upfront splash. Because you can still whirl, you know, even with this build, you can still go in, whirlwind, and then hit your Raging Blows and your Rampages and still put down some AoE. So you're not completely, it's not completely just a single target only, and you're just going to totally suffer for AoE. But again, this is still mainly focused at one target. In this one I checked, I took Reckless Abandon over Anger Management. Recklessness generates 50 rage and greatly empowers Bloodthirst and Raging Blow. Again, any reason to keep hitting that Raging Blow to proc up your rampages are going to be so good. And then on the last row, Titan's Torment. Activating Avatar casts Odin's Fury. Activating Odin's Fury casts Avatar at a reduced effectiveness. So you're going to get a free Odin's Fury when you activate your Avatar, versus Berserker's Torment. Activating Avatar or Recklessness casts the other at reduced effectiveness. I just like this one because it gives me a little bit more AoE whenever I need that AoE. Basically having dual Odin Furies is really nice beyond your whirlwind. And then Unbridled Ferocity. Rampage has 20% chance to grant recklessness for 4 seconds. So this is the build that I'm running. This is what feels good on my single target warrior. I will be making a video on AoE as well, but this one feels really, really good. So everybody's got their own way of opening. I'm just going to show you how I open and what feels good to me, but I always go in charged, then I hit recklessness, and then I start my rampages. You'll see. Here we go. Now, if we're going to assume for just a second, look at all these Raging Blows that are just proccing. And then I go into it. Raging Blow, Raging Blow, Raging Blow. Stack it, stack it, stack it. Hit it. 2, 3, 4. We'll throw it down. Now we're starting to run out. No problem. We're going to go back into it by using Odin's Fury. Whenever you do get your procs for execute, you want to throw them in. And then occasionally throw in that Odin's Fury. If you run low, remember, impending victory. If you still are having an issue, you've always got your bitter immunity. Yep, and this is pretty much the rotation. I'm always hanging out right in that little happy zone of occasional Bloodthirst, but Raging Blow, Raging Blow, Raging Blow, proc my rampage, Raging Blow, Raging Blow, Bloodthirst, back into a rampage, impending victory, until I need a buff. Again, whenever I run out of powers, I'll go for Avatar or for Odin's Fury just to rebuff. And remember, like I said, if you're ever running low, you can always go into your heroic leap away, charge back in for some more rampage, for more rage, and just keep going. This is my keep it simple, stupid build, and it feels good and I like it. If anybody has a better rotation that's going to feel better, by all means, I wish you would put it in the comments. Share your import code. Let me know what you do different and how you can find a better way to maximize your points, because this feels good and it hits nice. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best build, but for single target, it feels really great. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd really love to get some feedback. Like I said, just let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the build, how you like it. It's a very simple build, but it just feels good and it just lets me focus on mechanics on boss fights, because again, this is single target, so ideally this is gonna be for raid. So I'm looking at mechanics, interrupts, things like that, and I can still put down pretty decent damage as a whole. But yeah, thank you guys for being a part of this. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a good day. Peace.